The Origin of Life, an Unsolvable Mystery Without a Creator. Introduction. Life, the greatest mystery that has occupied the minds of scientists and philosophers throughout the ages, remains a puzzle that raises endless questions. How did life begin on Earth? What is the source that brought it into existence? Is it merely a chemical coincidence, or does it signify a divine intervention? These profound questions have led to significant philosophical and scientific debates about the origin of life and whether it can be explained without acknowledging the existence of a creator. First, defining life from a philosophical and scientific perspective. Life is not just organic existence. It is an expression of a complex system of biological interactions characterized by organization and precision. In philosophy, life is considered a phenomenon that transcends matter, indicating a purpose and meaning behind the universe. Aristotle, the Greek philosopher, believed that life requires the principle of the soul, which animates living beings, affirming that there is an organizing force behind every living existence. Scientifically, life is defined as the ability to grow, adapt, reproduce, and respond to stimuli. However, questions about how life emerged from non-living materials remain among the most enigmatic and contentious issues. Second, attempts to scientifically explain the origin of life. Since the 19th century, various scientific attempts have been made to explain the origin of life through chemical hypotheses, such as the Stanley Miller and Harold Urey experiment in the mid-20th century, which tried to simulate the Earth's primordial conditions. Although these experiments produced simple organic compounds, they did not bring scientists closer to understanding how the first living organisms appeared. Francis Crick, the co-discoverer of the DNA double helix structure, noted that the complexity of biological molecules makes it difficult to conceive that life appeared by chance. This complexity, which seems to surpass the explanatory capacity of random nature, has led many scientists to question the existence of an intelligent mind behind this precise system. Third, philosophical challenges to materialism. Materialism, as a philosophy that denies anything beyond the material world, faces significant challenges in explaining the origin of life. René Descartes, the French philosopher, believed that the material world alone could not explain the existence of life, and that there was a need for the presence of mind or soul that grants matter meaning in life. On the other hand, Immanuel Kant suggested that the cosmic order we see cannot be the result of randomness, but is an expression of a rational purpose that transcends simple matter. Fourth, the idea of intelligent design. The concept of intelligent design posits that the complexity of life necessitates the existence of a designer or creator. This view is supported by evidence of biological complexity that seems to require prior planning. William Paley, an 18th century philosopher, presented the famous watchmaker analogy, comparing the complexity of life to the complexity of a watch, suggesting that such intricacies point to a skilled maker. Physicist Paul Davies also asserted that the physical laws governing the universe appear to be finely tuned to allow the existence of life, bolstering the belief in a creator behind this precise design. Fifth, critique of chance and randomness. The hypothesis that life emerged through a series of random coincidences faces numerous criticisms. Fred Hoyle, an astrophysicist, stated that the belief that life appeared by chance is akin to believing that a tornado could assemble a Boeing 747 from a junkyard. Similarly, Thomas Nagel argued that life cannot be merely a product of chance, but is the result of an organized process that requires an external mind or force. Sixth, teleology and the origin of life. Teleology, the belief that everything in nature has a purpose or goal, supports the idea that life is not merely a material phenomenon, but part of a larger plan or design. Aristotle was one of the first to advocate for teleology, suggesting that every living being has a specific purpose, and that this purpose cannot be merely coincidental. Contemporary philosopher Alvin Plantinga defended the notion that teleology points to the existence of a creator, as the precise system we observe in the universe and in life reflects an intelligent mind. Seventh, philosophical reflections on the mystery of life. Philosophers have long contemplated the origins of life, often leaning towards the necessity of a higher power. Aristotle, in his teleological view, asserted that everything in nature has a purpose and a cause, which cannot be attributed to chance alone. He stated, "Nature does nothing in vain," emphasizing the intentional design inherent in life's processes. Similarly, Thomas Aquinas built upon Aristotle's foundation, positing that the complexity and order of life point to the existence of an intelligent designer. He argued, "The governance of the world shows that there is design in all things directed towards an end." René Descartes, known for his mechanistic view of the universe, acknowledged that the existence of life itself transcends mechanical explanations, suggesting a divine intervention. He concluded, "The diversity and beauty of the forms of living creatures could only have been brought about by the hand of a wise and omnipotent creator." Eighth, theological interpretations of life's origin. Religious texts from various traditions offer insights into the origin of life, attributing it to the creative act of a divine being. In Christianity, the Bible states, "So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God he created them. Male and female he created them." Genesis 1:27. This passage highlights the belief in a purposeful creation by God. Islam also addresses the origin of life, with the Quran asserting, "And we created every living thing from water. Will they not then believe?" Quran 21:30. This verse emphasizes the divine origin of life and invites reflection on the Creator's power and wisdom. In Hinduism, the concept of Brahman as the ultimate reality and source of all life is central. The Upanishads describe Brahman as the inner controller who dwells within all beings, guiding and sustaining life. Ninth, scientific challenges to spontaneous generation. The hypothesis of spontaneous generation, which suggests that life can arise from non-living matter, has been refuted by modern science. Louis Pasteur's experiments in the 19th century demonstrated that life does not spontaneously emerge from non-living substances, thus reinforcing the necessity of pre-existing life for the generation of new life. Pasteur famously stated, "Never will the doctrine of spontaneous generation recover from the mortal blow struck by this simple experiment." His work laid the groundwork for the principle of biogenesis, which asserts that life arises from existing life, further supporting the argument against life originating by mere chance. 10th, the mystery of DNA and the information paradox. The discovery of DNA and its complex structure has added another layer of mystery to the origin of life. Francis Crick, co-discoverer of the DNA double helix, remarked on the astonishing complexity of the genetic code, suggesting that it is almost miraculous for such an intricate system to have arisen through natural processes alone. The information contained within DNA is comparable to a highly sophisticated language or computer code, leading some scientists and philosophers to propose that such complexity implies an intelligent source. Michael Behe, a biochemist, argues that the irreducible complexity of biological systems points to intelligent design, rather than random mutation and natural selection alone. Conclusion: the enigma of life's origin remains one of the most profound questions in science and philosophy. While naturalistic explanations attempt to account for the emergence of life through chemical processes and random events, the extraordinary complexity, order, and purpose observed in living organisms suggest otherwise. The philosophical, theological, and scientific reflections presented throughout this discussion converge on the idea that life's existence and intricacies are best explained by the presence of a creator. This perspective invites continued exploration and contemplation, bridging the realms of science, philosophy, and spirituality in the quest to understand the essence of life. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share it with your friends, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel to get our latest videos.